So, welcome back to the pool sessions. I'm going to do this at the start today. Huge thank you to Riley Leisure for providing the table, the balls, all the bits and pieces. This unbelievable cue, which is an extra one that we've been sent. We'll talk about that in a bit. If you go on rileyleisure.com/LOAKM, you can get anything you want pool-wise, tables, balls, cues, everything. And if you use the discount code STFC5 at checkout, you get another 5% discount. So there's that bit done. These two are massive.
You look proper small today.
I feel proper small today.
Right.
This is what we do. Look, come here. Look how big he is.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
I
Right.
can't believe you did that first time as well.
You want us to break?
Unbelievable,
I
isn't it?
thought you were going to go,
I'll have to do it again now. Always one take. You ready?
Well, you're best of three then.
Is it alternative shots? Is it
Yeah.
you two?
Yeah. No, I'll go. You go then.
Yeah, 'cause we're a team. So.
Yeah, I know you're a team.
We're a team. We're a team.
But
You have
take
to
a
go.
shot, you take a shot.
Yeah,
We
okay.
got loads of snacks today as well.
Yeah,
All
we
sorts
do.
of stuff, which we'll get into in a bit. I'm going to have one now.
I think, so yeah, so we've just been Tesco on the way back. We wanted Krispy Kremes.
Yeah,
What?
Jonah
Hang
wanted
on.
I'll take
what?
Krispy Kremes.
Krispy Kremes.
Jonah wanted some and I was
Let
like,
us know in the
then.
comments what you think.
Obviously, I said I'm an athlete, I can't really do that.
So we didn't get that. But this is my choice.
What is this?
Iced tea and pinballs.
Respectable.
Good.
That,
That is nice.
pathetic.
That is nice.
Pathetic.
I didn't get my water.
No one potted, did they?
No, no one potted, mate. Crack on.
As you were. So where are you boys putting me?
That's horrendous.
Where's the ranking? Where am I in the team? We're playing pool.
Pool.
Your top three.
I'm top 3, top 4.
Top three.
Obviously, Grant, he's
Top
been on
4.
here.
Why would you say there's 3 better than you?
Just in case.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think-
No, maybe. Maybe. I feel like
I can't be potted.
there's a top 4, but I don't know what order they would be in.
I think Grant's top.
Yeah, Grant is top.
Grant, Will, Jack, yourself.
Yeah.
And Connor Ripley's not bad.
Yeah.
Jack,
He's got
when he's
it.
up for it, it's your go.
Jack's good. Will's good.
Has anyone potted
Jack, Will and
anything?
Grant for me. Yeah, I potted yellow.
Oh, did you?
You boys are red, yeah. So Jack, Will and Grant.
Yeah.
They're the 3.
And then me.
Your welfare.
Yeah, Miles. Let's have a pinball then.
I think this is outrageous. I think this is horrendous. Chocolate. So Harry went pinballs as well as me.
Yeah.
That's horrendous. That's the worst chocolate
Harry,
you could get.
I like it.
Mint and chocolate's horrendous.
You're the only one thinking this horrendous.
Yeah.
And also these are just hassle.
Yeah, they're a ball egg.
They
Because you put
are.
your own wrap.
They are, but how good are they once
Nah,
you
they're
get
bang
them?
average.
No, they're not bang average. No.
I'm not really a big fan of them.
I think
I
they're just.
prefer a pinball.
I think they're hassle.
Yeah, they
Pinballs.
are.
Pinball hurt your teeth. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Good, Jonah.
pinball's one.
We're flying there now. No, we're not.
That's right, it's been a bit of a slow start.
Yeah, it's been a very slow start. It's a good job it's best of 3.
Right then, as we always do on here, let's talk about. While you're playing, I'm going to interrupt you. Let's talk about superstitions. Do you have any training day or match day superstitions?
I have absolutely none. I genuinely have none.
Yeah, but Gavin Kilkenny said
Yeah,
this.
I know,
Yeah, I know.
we had
He
this
has.
conversation, and you're going to try and get one out of me, but I don't have that.
Alright, you don't. Maybe you don't have a superstition,
Well,
but you're a little bit.
You've got like a routine.
What do you-
With boots? You're very
Like what?
well.
Here's one.
Go
You
on.
don't wear studs. You only
I
ever
don't
wear
think that's a
moles.
superstition, would you say? I just feel like a stud's a bit of a heavier boot anyway.
But you're the only person I've known in
Yeah.
this job in the whole time
Yeah, the whole
to
season.
not
I wear
even
molds.
own a pair of studs.
Yeah, I don't own
Yeah,
studs.
we've never seen that.
No.
And like you will wear a pair of boots until they're like.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, until they're done.
Yeah, because that's just like the comfort of your
I think
foot molds to a
what
boot.
you on now? Your 4th pair this season.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably
But I
sounds
like-
like quite
But
a
the
lot.
4th one's only just come out.
Literally last week.
Right, yeah.
Last week, yeah. But yeah,
Well, so on a Friday night when you're at home, like you don't stick to
I
anything.
don't eat the same foods, nothing, no. Like genuinely, I could have one Friday, I'd have a pasta.
That was good, and then it was.
Another Friday, I'd have something else. Like I don't really have superstitions, no. Maybe if you want to put the boot thing, that could be one if you want to class it as one.
I don't know. It's just that.
But I just don't wear studs because I'm quite a big boy anyway. So I look at that. Gorgeous.
What about? Because obviously we've got our own red Under Armours. You bring a different one in.
Yeah.
Obviously you haven't worn it recently, but when it's freezing, why did you bring your own one in?
Because I never knew Actually, no, I'm lying.
You just
I knew full well
that
that
you
you
were like,
supplied them, but I didn't like the fit of them. They're quite baggy.
yeah.
So I thought I'd buy my own Puma one. But it's a different shade of red, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's slightly, yeah.
There we go, 1-0 Smith Dog.
No, it's not.
Yeah, different shade of
Look
red.
at you have no confidence in me.
I'll tell you what, those
Wow.
superstitions. I'm going to go back to one.
Come on.
For a couple of weeks, I was wearing gloves. Do you remember?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Well, that's not something I'd never do.
And that's that then.
That's not.
Yeah, it should just come off the cushion.
Right.
Let's go over.
Yeah, I was wearing gloves for a few weeks because I felt, for some weird reason in my head, I felt more confident in them.
We're going to play more than 2-3 games, so I can tell you that.
That's that 1-0 Smith.
Because we don't allow Harry to just beat us.
Go on, Jonas, sing my song.
Smith here again.
Smith, there you go. Yeah, so you do have one. Or you did have one.
I did have one for a few weeks and then I
So why did you stop?
come off it because I then didn't feel confident. It's weird. It's a mental thing for me. A few weeks.
So that's what superstitions are.
Yeah.
It's a psychological thing, just to make you feel.
Like I wore them and I thought, oh, I feel a bit better. And like I feel.
Yeah.
It's your brain gauge.
And then I had a game where I didn't play that well in them. I didn't think, and then I took them back off.
So you always wear.
I tell you what, you're bringing them out of me now. A bit of a superstition as well is
See,
This is
every
what I
time,
mean.
every
I
time.
don't really
You
play.
got it too.
2 yellows.
Yeah, 2 yellow.
I don't really like playing in Under Armour.
Right.
You haven't done it that often.
No,
but
no.
you did for
Like
We
the
got
odd
it out for
few,
you
the odd
and
few
then you
games,
don't-
When
two or
it's
three
proper
games,
cold,
2 or 3
it's-
games, yeah. But I just feel like an extra bit of layer. It's not. I'm like I said
You can
before,
go first this time, Joe.
I'm quite a big lump anyway. I want to.
Yeah.
There's less layers on as possible.
That's
That's
okay.
okay.
I've just missed the ball, which is
2
2
shots.
Oh,
mate. This
okay.
could be over very
Oh,
quickly.
this could be very quick.
I could 7 ball you.
You think we get better, wouldn't you? But we don't.
Well, we do though, just not when we're recording.
Yeah, you two are not great. I'll be honest.
No, well, I'm not so sure about that. I had a worldly day yesterday.
Here.
I tell you one thing that did change.
There you go, mate. It's not going
Talking about superstitions. Obviously, your boots until trying to think when it was. Must have been about October, November time.
Doncaster,
Were
right?
always muddy.
Were they?
Yeah, and then
Oh
we,
yeah,
had,
because then
we had Ellis come in for that YouTube. He did that YouTube video.
because I didn't realise you
And
guys cleaned them until quite late, did I?
Yeah, and then he was like, oh,
I need a pinball.
he cleaned your boots because you scored.
Yeah.
And then we kept
I
cleaning
didn't even
them.
start that game either.
They come for
I
bench.
came on at half time.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, you're scoring
first
when you
came back from
started,
being
and
ill.
you went, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously you scored, and then we kept cleaning them, and you went on a little bit of a run, didn't you?
Yeah.
This ain't great, is it?
That was my first goal of the season, Doncaster League goal.
It might have been. And then you just went on to Mount Row.
Because obviously I played 3 or 4,
Because what have you got now? 13 and 30 league games.
13, and then 2 in the cup. Yeah, 15.
This is 15 in total.
Let's
Basically,
get to like
every 2 games. Isn't it?
let's get to like shirts though. Like, what's the favourite shirt you've worn as a professional? Have you got one that like you think back and you think that shirt was class, or there was like a good memory in it that you were like, yeah, that was decent.
You always go back to your first shirt.
Right.
Millwall first shirt was different though, blue and white stripes.
Oh, okay.
They're
yeah,
traditionally
yeah.
blue, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why are you boys not playing?
Because
It's-
it's
It's your go.
No, I just shot. I
Sure.
missed.
Oh, it's my
It's Jones' go. You
Sorry.
should sit there on
Sorry, man.
Yeah, like blue and white stripes, yellow away kit. Just ones where you've just like your first goal in that kit was in the yellow Millwall away kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably them the first 2 kits I played in as a pro.
That's good job.
That's not great though, being a Palace fan, is it?
It's not great.
Yeah, we put your pallets up there.
Oh, shit.
Is there a Palace shirt up there?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Is it Celtic now?
Yeah, he is.
What's
Seen
your,
that the other day? I was like, no way.
What did you say,
what's
Joe?
your favourite out of the 3 this year?
Black one.
Black and pink.
Yeah, I like the black and pink. I like the home one. I like them all. So, there you go. But probably black one if I had to pick.
I touched that.
So obviously we just touched on it then, the Crystal Palace fan. Who was like your inspiration growing up? Like, did you look up to any? You've always been a striker, yeah?
Yeah, always.
Who did you?
Really growing up, like it's weird. Like growing up for me, I watched. I don't know if you guys know it, but like obviously Crystal Palace
Did you
growing
go
up
and
for
watch
me.
Palace when you were young?
Yeah, yeah. We were always traditionally a championship club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd have the odd year where we'd fight for promotion and stuff like that. and then if we did go up, we'd come straight back down. But growing up, it was like Dougie Freedman, remember him?
Yeah.
Clinton Morrison.
Don't talk to so much, Stu.
Sorry, mate. I know Joan is a little bit like younger.
Yeah, I know. that.
Freedman, Morrison.
You know it's Clinton Morrison.
Neil Shipley?
Yeah, Neil Shipley.
I mean, you don't know Neil
He was at
Shipley.
Southampton
No,
for years as well, wasn't
Neil Shipley scored in the playoff
he?
final against West
Neil
Ham.
Shipley.
Am I yellows?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, we're winning.
Andy Johnson, you must know him.
Yeah, of
The
course.
bald-headed eagle.
Yeah. Went to Everton and scored 1 billion goals, didn't
Don't come in. Get in there. So yeah, they were the strikers I used to watch growing up. But obviously, traditionally, I've always lived in Kent.
Yeah.
But always went to Palace games. But believe it or
How
not,
how did that start then?
so my dad's from Peckham. Yeah, my dad's from Peckham, which is round the corner.
Yeah.
And
Great-
my
great
mum's from Catford, I think. So my parents are from South London, but like, all of my family are Millwall fans, believe it or not.
Really?
All my dad's side, yeah. For some reason,
They must have loved it when you went.
my dad grew up watching Millwall as well. He went to games, but
That's criminal. Though.
he's a big Palace fan with me. There we go. But yeah, I've got the question now. What was it? Put that down.
People, what a drink this is. People you looked up to.
Don't
Yeah,
know,
no,
but-
them, the ones I've said, yeah.
I've never been to Palace, but that's one grand.
We don't.
I'd love to play.
Obviously,
We played
they did the
them in
playoff
the FA Cup.
semis there, didn't they? They did the playoff semis there like years ago.
When
What, we played
like
Gillingham
early
there.
90s, like.
Yeah,
we played.
Before mine's like that.
Killed us.
Yeah, I'd
Did
love
you have
to.
all the shirts growing up?
Yeah. I'd love to play there. That's probably the one ground I'd love to.
Only time I went there was FA Cup third round.
It's 1-1, boys.
Swindon Palace. We wore an all white kit. With red trim. It was
Come on.
lovely. 1-1 for the boys.
Right, this is
Decider.
Decided. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Obviously
I
we lost, 'cause-
also, believe it or not, it might not go down well. I had a season ticket at Gillingham.
Really?
Yeah, that's mad.
I had a season ticket at
That
Gillingham.
blows my mind.
Because I was
Yeah.
I lived 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the
Yeah,
ground.
makes sense.
So like just watching local football.
Well, you
Well,
can't, you can't have where you're brought up, do you know what I mean?
That's why we support Swindon.
It's an over.
Well, I've got on the fantastic.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Tell you what, great kit this. I love the old kits, me.
That's lovely, that.
I can't even reach it.
Right.
They were a lot,
Little-
yeah, but you just said about with studs like them being heavy. The shirts were a lot heavier back
But
then.
little
Yeah, but
story
I don't
about that
like
one.
skin tight.
Little
Sure.
story about that one. Someone left my missus a box of Swindon stuff last summer, and they all thought it was rubbish, so they were going to throw it away. So I went through it, and most of these shirts were in that box. And that was
Genuinely,
one of them, look, and it is brand new, was still in the packet. and
even
was
that,
signed by
lovely
Swindon.
that.
Those three kits,
Look
unbelievable.
at that Premier League one.
Unbelievable.
With their nice shirts.
I like the old badge, me.
Do you?
You're not a fan of the old badge?
I don't know.
I,
I think
like
it,
this one. I think it represents everything.
yeah, it
It's modern,
represents the
isn't it?
town better.
It's got everything on.
I think old football, like, I think I would have been suited better in football I watched growing up. The type of player I am.
Yeah.
What year were you born?
95.
Yeah, so,
Um,
yeah. No, I don't
like
think
your
so.
Alan Shearers and
Yeah.
people like that. Football growing up, football now is very technical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Duncan Ferguson, Alan Shearer.
Well,
That's sort of.
Talking, I was listening to Talk Sport this morning, and obviously everyone's saying that the Prem's nowhere near as good this year.
Yeah.
And the reason why the Prem's always been so good, because you always had like your Liverpool's, Chelsea's, Man United, Man City now, but
Yeah.
all these different teams, like Tottenham, all had different styles. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea were completely different.
What do you think now? Everyone's trying to do the same.
Well, what they were saying is like the reason why the Prem's been not as just not as good this year. Everyone's sort of like matching each other up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, all these teams play very similar.
Yeah.
Arsenal,
Oh, what do?
because obviously Arteta was at
Was it
Man City. They all play the same, so it's like matching each other
It's
up.
Pep. Pep's come over and changed English football, hasn't he?
Lucky.
He asked me the most ridiculous question yesterday.
That doesn't surprise me because he does it on a daily basis.
He said, "Has Pep ruined football?"
I'm
Ruined
not
football.
saying, no,
What are you
I
talking
didn't
about?
say ruined football.
You did. That was your words.
But
Changed it.
he's definitely changed it. But the Prem's always, the Prem in the last 20 years, and even before, has been the best league in the world.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Do you not think it is anymore?
you look at, so like, obviously Liverpool played PSG the other day. PSG pretty much battered them over 2 legs. And we disrespect the French league and say
Yeah, I
that
agree.
it's,
A bit of a farmers league.
Yeah.
and then they've come and beat the best team in England right now over 2 legs.
Yeah, and quite comfortably, I thought.
And then Liverpool thought they were going to win the quadruple, and now they're
Down to 1.
I mean,
they're lucky that they're that far ahead.
Yeah.
We're way away from kit, but did Wenger not do the same thing then?
Yeah, he changed.
Previous? But no one said like, oh, he's
Yeah, but he didn't. Not everybody copied him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Sports science was nothing before Wenger.
I'll just sit down and let you
The,
do
the whole thing. I'm right though.
Yeah,
When
I
Wenger
agree.
come in, he changed everything, and every club tried to follow his example.
Yeah.
And now it's just commonplace that everybody wears a GPS vest, that everybody comes in early and has breakfast, and they eat the right foods at the right times. And, you know, it's just commonplace at every level of the game. Before Wenger, that was not a thing.
Yeah.
Have you played any big teams in the like, FA Cup or anything?
Played.
How's that not gone in?
When I was at Millwall my first year, we got to the quarter final. We lost to Tottenham at White Hart Lane. I didn't play. I was involved in the day, but I didn't play. But that was a good experience.
Have you collected any shirts over the time? Like
Yeah, played West Ham away at the, what's that ground called?
Hampton Park.
No,
Or
no,
London Stadium.
Olympic Stadium, whatever it is. Lost 6-0 though, I think.
Have you played for that?
Macclesfield right at the start of my career. Anyone else?
What shirts did you
I
get?
think I got Snodgrass. Snodgrass at the time. Rice was only a youngster. He come on. I think he was 18.
Yeah.
Just holding up that corner there.
touch it.
So yeah, I don't think. Ground wise, no. I played Newcastle 23s at St James's in the last 16 of the
Yeah.
Champions League, whatever it's called.
What was the crowd like?
6,000?
It's not too bad.
No, it's a big like you might put 6,000 here. It's alright, but 6,000 in a 55,000 seater.
Yeah.
It's like no one there.
Right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to come off that one down there. Alright?
Yeah.
You ready, H?
Yep. Yeah, nice.
It's good food.
Great position. Because you're stuck now, mate. Let's get a pinball. What's your favourite colour pinball? Pink.
I like the orange one.
No, I like pink.
Got a double in there. Oh.
Get in. Need that to go in.
It's not going in. It's
I
not
think
going
the
in,
green
it's not
ones
going
are a bit
in, it's
sour.
Not going in, not going in.
Where did we break from? Here.
Yeah. We always break towards
What would you say your
Move that, aren't I?
second favourite sport is other than football then?
Oh, good question. Boxing.
Really?
I thought it'd be darts, mate.
Why didn't it follow for it? But darts. Darts and boxing.
Is darts a sport?
Don't ever disrespect that.
It's darts.
It's no different really to saying it's golf a sport.
Well, no, it is. You cover distance playing golf. And
I
you've
love
got to be
darts.
some physical specimen to play golf.
Yeah, darts for me, sorry. Darts and then boxing.
Really?
Yeah, darts, because obviously, as you know, I don't know. Actually, do you know? We go every Thursday, me, Will,
Yeah, you
Jake,
go to the darts golf.
Wycroft. We've got a little Premier League going.
Yeah.
So, we play in Kitman. So that's quite good. But yeah, boxing or darts.
I don't know what mine is to be fair. I only really like football. I'd probably pool, snooker.
I do like snooker as well. I like every sport. I'm a man that likes get it.
Get out of the way!
The only sport I will never sit down and watch is NFL.
Yeah, I can. I've tried.
Like the Super Bowl and
I've
stuff.
tried.
I can't sit there for 3 hours. You know? The game plays for about 5 seconds, then stops.
Yeah.
Genuinely don't know I'm going to do it.
We're just gonna have to hit
Just
it.
go off that top there.
Yeah, I know, but I can't get the angle.
Well,
What, do what, Jenna?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Just do that. Okay. We go there.
I wouldn't have done that.
There. Oh.
So can I move the ball? Or do you
Well,
not
I
play the
don't
balls?
know what the rules are. We
So many. This is the problem.
Everyone
with this club.
plays
There's so
different
many
rules.
different rules.
I would say it's a free ball and I can move it.
I always thought it was only a free ball if you can't see your ball.
I'll just play it like this and just put it anyway.
Yeah, but that's
doesn't really matter.
so you don't need to, do you?
Doesn't really matter when they.
Really?
There you go.
You still got another one anyway, so you can just kill it somewhere.
Absolutely kill it.
Yeah, it's free at the moment.
Yeah. So have you always worn Adidas boots?
Boots.
Yeah.
No, I started at New Balance.
No balance.
New Balance was my first year
No balance.
at Mill. I used to get them for free, so that's the only reason I Where?
So you bought those sketches in, didn't you? But you've not worn them yet.
No, it's just,
Do you
yeah.
reckon they?
They're still in there, brand new.
Sketches.
We've still got the box in there.
No, it's because I liked Ollie Clark bought some. And I thought.
I know, alright. What are you doing, H?
Do I get a free ball there?
How's it a free ball?
No, because
I can't see it.
It's not two shots. I didn't foul.
It's my shot anyway.
I know, I'm just seeing what you can or can't do.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh God, he doesn't.
I need you to miss this.
Is that touching the red?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you just got to hope the red don't move.
It did move.
The red moved. I mean, you hit our ball, but the red moved.
This ain't good. This.
No, you got a problem there.
I could go in off a white.
Yeah. Off a white or off a ball? Don't go in.
I can. It's not ideal.
Oh god.
Right. Have I got to play forward? Because we had this debate earlier
Maybe.
as well.
I wouldn't, but you sucked me into your rubbish rules, so yeah.
It's not my rubbish fault, mate. That's awful. Alright, it's fine.
Can't push that. You pushed it.
Shut up. You won anyway. Stop worrying about it.
2-1 and then we lost for us.
Well played, and then we lost for us. Well done. Well done, H.
Is what it is.
It is what it is. This has been great fun. The main pod's coming tomorrow. That'll be even funnier. One last time before we finish, RoadieLeisure.com/LOAKM at the checkout. Discount code STFC5 gets you another 5% discount. This key, by the way, what we saying, H?
Lovely.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's good, but didn't really do much for you.
Did it?
No.
Hey, it is what it is.
Given it the biggest thing, you're the fourth best.
Yeah, you can run around in whatever boots you think you're running around in, but it doesn't make you any good at football, does it?
I never said I was.
You are.
Come on. Let's wrap this up, Wilson. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
been
That's
a
it.
pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Cheers, H.
Cheers,
Well
mate.
done.
Well done.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Champion.
Paul's the winner. See you next time, guys. Bye.
Goodbye.